All right, welcome back to the School Bus Guru channel. My name is Antonio and I am your School Bus Guru. We are going to continue with the Behind the Wheel Guide review, left turn, skill level 2-36. So open up your Behind the Wheel Guide. One of the things I believe I forgot to mention in the previous video is you have to make sure that you've made all of the corrections that I talked about in the first few videos into your Behind the Wheel Guide. All right, here we go. Left turn, skill level 2-36. Performance. Again, performance is for you to perform, for you to demonstrate. Take the page with you when you sit down and secure yourself into the driver's seat, and then just go through these steps. Again, for left turn, you've already set everything up, right? You already know what the vehicle reference is for left turn. You already know what the ground reference is. You already know where the imaginary line is going to be, and you already know where the problem objects are. You're going to tell Johnny, I'm going to align the vehicle parallel to and between 18 and 36 inches from the center or the center line of the roadway. Step number 3, I'm going to shift into drive. I'm going to release the parking brake and I'm going to check all of my mirrors. Step number 4, and I'm going to use a dead throttle start. I'm going to maintain the correct vehicle alignment and I'm going to drive the vehicle forward until the vehicle reference, which is the front bumper, and imaginary line intersect. Kind of like what we did yesterday on the rounded and the sharp right turn. And then I'm going to stop the vehicle. I'm going to, step number 5, I'm going to turn the steering wheel full lock left and I'm going to hold it in that position. Step number 6, I'm going to check the left mirror zone. I'm going to begin driving forward and I'm going to be using a dead throttle start. Step number 7, I'm going to stop the vehicle when it is parallel to the ground reference. And step number 8, at the completion of this left turn that I just performed for you, Johnny, the vehicle should have cleared the closest left side problem object by at least 12 inches, but not more than 36 inches, and should be parallel to and near the center of the available roadway. If the vehicle did not clear the closest problem object by 12 or 36 inches, then obviously the correct turning point has not been established, or I did not use it. All right, very good. Time to switch out. Johnny's next. Johnny jumps into the seat, secures himself, adjusts the seat, adjusts the steering wheel, adjusts the mirrors. Doors are shut, headlights are on. Step number 1, I'm going to go over the purpose and objective. Let's say this is a new day. This is another new day. Go over the purpose, objective, and glossary of terms. Ask him about the glossary of terms. Do you have any questions? If he does, answer his questions or her questions. Step number 2, again, step number 2 is for you. You've already set up the left turn. This is everything that you already know. You already know what the vehicle reference is, the ground reference is, the imaginary line is, and the problem objects are, and you have already set up those cones. Step number 3, all right, this is where you begin teaching Johnny. Johnny, let's exit the vehicle. Step number 4, I'm going to identify the plane of the vehicle. The plane of the vehicle, again, Johnny, now is this whole left side of the vehicle. Again, just like on the right turn, just like on the other maneuvers, it's now this left side of the vehicle, the flat or level surface. It's what we use to determine alignment. Proper vehicle alignment is 18 to 36 inches away from the center line. This is parallel, and this is how we measure. So we are explaining parallel and measuring techniques. How many times have we done it now? 10 times now? Heck, maybe 20, right? Because we do both sides, or maybe somewhere at least 15. Step number 5, all right, I'm going to identify the vehicle reference. Johnny, vehicle reference again is what? They should know by now. Oh yes, the vehicle reference is the front bumper. The ground reference is now here, the left edge of the available roadway that you are turning onto. Imaginary line is here, and it extends from the center of the roadway. And the problem objects, maybe it's just one cone. I'm going to ask Johnny to walk the imaginary line. Step number 6, let's go back inside the vehicle. Step number 7, I'm going to have Johnny place the transmission in starting gear and release the parking brake, and I'm going to have Johnny check all of the mirrors. Step number 8, Johnny, using a dead throttle start, align the vehicle parallel to and between 18 and 36 inches away from the center line or the center of the roadway, and then stop and secure the vehicle. Step number 9, let's exit the vehicle. Step number 10, let's walk 20 feet to the front and 20 feet to the rear of the vehicle to view the plane of the vehicle for alignment. Again, you look, you verify that they are parallel, you have them look. Is it parallel or not? Yes, if it's not parallel, then obviously they need to do it again. Step number 11, I want you to measure the distance from the left side of the vehicle to the center line or center of the roadway, and the vehicle must be parallel between 18 and 36 inches away from the center line or the center of the road. Step number 12, let's go inside the vehicle. Step number 13, all right, Johnny, I want you to, while maintaining the correct vehicle alignment, drive the vehicle forward until the vehicle reference, which is the front bumper, and the imaginary line intersect. Step number 14, let's exit the vehicle. Step number 15, let's walk 20 feet to the front, 20 feet to the rear of the vehicle to view the plane of the vehicle for alignment. You can discuss it again with Johnny. Step number 16, all right, Johnny, I want you to measure the distance from the left side of the vehicle to the center line or center of the roadway. The vehicle must be parallel to and between 18 and 36 inches from the center line or the center of the road. Step number 17, I want you to walk to the front right side of the vehicle to check the intersection of the vehicle reference and imaginary line. Step number 18, I'm going to ask you, Johnny, to explain what do you believe would be the closest left side problem object. Again, if you only set up one, then there's just one, and they better say that one. I'm going to ask Johnny, do you believe that if we go full lock left, that we will clear the closest left side problem object by between 12 and 36 inches? Step number 20, if their response is yes, then you're going to go to step number 22. Step number 21, if their response is no, re-enter the vehicle, reposition it with respect to the imaginary line as in step number 8. Identify a new turning point. If the trainee does not know, the instructor should discuss the turn, re-enter, and reposition the vehicle with respect to the imaginary line as in step number 8 and identify a new turning point. Again, on skill level 2-39, they have that notes section up at the top where it talks about selecting the new turning point. It's going to be the same, most likely. We'll read it when we get there. Step number 22. Johnny, I want you to place the transmission in starting gear and turn the steering wheel full lock left and hold. The steering wheel will remain in the full lock position until the vehicle completes the turn. Step number 23, Johnny, I want you to check the left mirror zone, release the parking brake, and begin driving the vehicle forward using a dead throttle start. That little note section, you want to remind Johnny, if at any time you believe you're going to strike the cone, strike the problem object, hit something, run something over, you need to stop before you do that. That's only going to verify that they are looking in the correct mirror. Step number 24, I'm going to have Johnny stop and secure the vehicle when he perceives that the center of the rear tire is adjacent, which is next to the first problem object, the first and only problem object, most likely. Step number 25, let's exit the vehicle. Step number 26, I want Johnny, please measure the distance from the rear tire to the problem object. Step number 27, if the problem object is at a distance of 12 inches or more from the rear tire, proceed to step number 28. So if it is more than 28 inches, or if it is more than 12 inches, then you go on to step number 28. But if the problem object is closer than 12 inches, again, now it's 8 inches away, I'm going to ask Johnny, is this acceptable? The correct answer is no. I'm going to explain to Johnny that the vehicle being closer than 12 inches to any problem object is unacceptable and that the turning point selected is incorrect. I'm going to explain to him that they will need to return to step number 22. Realign the vehicle, which means the steering wheel remains in the full lock left position, shift to reverse, and begin driving the bus in reverse to the original starting point, the intersection of the vehicle reference and the imaginary line, and choose a new turning point. How do we find a correct turning point if the front bumper, the vehicle reference, does not work? In the notes section on skill level 2-39, the instructor will have the trainee, so I will have Johnny select a new turning point. If the trainee has difficulty choosing a new turning point, the instructor may need to explain that the vehicle must move in one direction or the other some distance in order for the vehicle's rear tire to miss the closest problem object by 12 inches or more. Again, you ask him the same thing. What do you think we need to do? I don't know. Do you think we need to go more forward or start our turn sooner, back up a little bit more? Do we need to go further into the intersection? Do we need to stay further back? in our lane. They probably should be going further into the intersection. Okay, how much more in feet? How many more feet further? 5 feet. Okay, let me measure. 5 feet from the front bumper towards the back. Maybe it's now the driver's window. Maybe it's the middle of the driver's window. Maybe it's the back side of the driver's window. Maybe it's, the next window. I'm going to have Johnny work through the problem of selecting a new turning point with minimum assistance. In all circumstances, I will make sure that Johnny understands that the basic theory that in order to establish a correct turning point, we begin by having the vehicle reference intersect with the imaginary line. Often, however, this is not the correct turning point. However, it will be within the turning range of the vehicle. It will be within the turning range. Step number 28. Let's pretend we already figured it out, the turning point. Or it's now time for us to turn. Step number 28, I'm going to have Johnny continue driving forward and stop the vehicle when he or she perceives it to be parallel to the ground reference. Do not straighten the front wheels. The trainee will secure the vehicle. Johnny will secure the vehicle. Step number 29, Johnny and I will exit the vehicle and walk approximately 20 feet to the front and rear of the vehicle to view the plane of the vehicle for alignment, and it should be parallel to the left edge of the available roadway. And Johnny must also be aware of and clear all right side problem objects. Yes, maybe not the first time. Maybe on the first time you're just making sure that they're watching the left side, making sure that they do a good left turn. But at some point of them repeating it, showing you, demonstrating to you that they're getting it, you have to remind them. Don't forget, now when you make a left turn, there's going to be cars on the right side, parked cars, moving cars, bicyclists, pedestrians, animals. That's something else that they have to be aware of. The note section, the correct turning point for this vehicle, and this turn is only established if the vehicle has cleared the closest left side problem object by between 12 and 36 inches, and the vehicle is parallel to the ground reference. If the vehicle does not meet all of the criteria, of the above criteria, the correct turning point has not been established. The vehicle must be repositioned using the same alignment. Have Johnny adjust and identify the vehicle position with respect to the imaginary line and repeat steps 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Step number 30. Johnny and I will discuss and identify the turning zone as illustrated, just like on the round turns. And the note section for the turning zone may be identified by placing chalk cones, chalk marks, or any objects at the corners of the vehicle. Again, you want to ask them, is this the turning zone? Am I in the turning zone? Am I not in the turning zone? Last paragraph, when Johnny has shown competency in this maneuver, I'm going to have him realign the vehicle and repeat this maneuver with the addition of problem objects in the turning zone, and this will force Johnny to adjust to a new ground reference for this left turn. Yes, maybe there is a parked car on the right side. They're turning onto a narrow two-way roadway. They're going to have to start turning the bus sooner. They may have to cross over the center line in real life. And on skill level 2-40, the very last page of skill level 2, rolling turns. Have Johnny make several turns with the vehicle traveling at slow speed. This activity is designed to demonstrate the need to begin the turn sooner in order to compensate for vehicle speed. Turning points are still used. Again, use all of the figures. Show them all of the figures. Heck, if you want to print out these pages for the training, you can print them out. This vehicle or this behind the wheel guide is not copyrighted, so we are allowed to make copies. Again, that is all. Hopefully you find that by the time you got to this video, backing and turning maneuvers are really simple for you to teach. All you have to do is follow the book. You're going to be getting in a lot of steps. You will go from having a keg to a six-pack in a matter of months. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe. Please feel free to leave any comments, and I will get back to them as soon as possible. And have a great evening. And it is now 2026. Let's make this a great year. Thank you. Bye-bye.